of work, gentlemen. Not just on the body. We just cut down trees that have been here for 500 years. Upsets a man's soul whether you recognize it or not.
The screen opens in silence, only the distant sound of a train horn echoing across an endless valley. The camera glides through the mist, revealing rusted rails disappearing into the horizon. A calm, deep voice begins. Every journey begins with a single sound, the whisper of steel against steel. The year is 1910, America is changing, and the world of steam and smoke is giving way to the age of progress. But for Robert Grainer, a quiet railroad worker living in the wild mountains of Idaho, life moves at its own rhythm, slow, steady, and haunted by memory. As the trailer unfolds, we see flashes of Grainer's world, towering pines, roaring rivers, and trains cutting through canyons like veins of fire. He is a man of few words, but his eyes carry stories too heavy to tell. The voiceover continues, "He built the rails that carried dreams across the continent, and lost everything along the way." A haunting melody begins to rise, mingled with the rhythmic clatter of wheels on track. We glimpse Grainer's small cabin, the laughter of his wife, the soft cry of a baby, moments of peace in a hard world. Then, without warning, tragedy strikes. A wildfire sweeps through the valley, leaving only ashes where his home once stood. The music fades to a low, trembling hum. Grainer stands alone in the ruins, the smoke curling around him like ghosts. The narrator's tone deepens. When everything you love is taken, all that remains is the sound of what once was. From this moment on, his life becomes a long journey through silence, a man chasing the echo of a life he can't forget. He rides empty trains through forgotten towns, fixing tracks, staring into the night, wondering if dreams ever end or if they just change shape. The trailer shifts, a montage of time and motion. Decades pass in seconds. New engines roar, cities grow, and men like Grainer become ghosts of a world left behind. He meets wanderers, drifters, and storytellers, each with a dream of their own. A child who wants to see the ocean. A woman searching for a lost brother. A preacher who swears that trains are God's way of showing us destiny moves forward. Grainer listens, nods, and keeps writing. The sound design builds, thunder, metal, wind, until it feels like the earth itself is breathing through the rails. Then comes the dream. One night, under a sky of falling stars, Grainer sees a vision, a silver train made of light, flying above the clouds, its passengers faceless but familiar. His wife, his child. The voice whispers, "Some tracks don't lead to places, they lead to people." He wakes up trembling, unsure if what he saw was real or the ghost of a broken heart. The trailer slows again, the music tender, nostalgic. He begins to rebuild a small cabin near the old tracks, growing older but never stopping. Every day, he listens for the train that may never come. Suddenly, the soundscape swells, the roar of 1,000 engines. Steam bursts through the forest as a massive locomotive appears, unlike any other, glowing beneath the moonlight. Grainer steps forward, eyes wide, tears glinting. The narrator speaks softly. After a lifetime of running from loss, he will take one final ride. The screen flashes with light, wheels turning, memories spinning, faces flickering like film. The train carries him through every moment he's ever lived, love, pain, laughter, fire, all blurring into one last dream. We hear his voice for the first time, rough and weary. "I built these rails, but maybe they were always meant to bring me home." The final moments of the trailer are breathtaking, the train flying through clouds, Grainer looking out the window as his past fades behind him. The voiceover ends. Sometimes, dreams don't end when you wake up. Sometimes, they begin. The screen cuts to black. A single sound remains, the lonely whistle of a train echoing across eternity. The title fades in slowly, glowing in golden letters, Train Dreams. Beneath it, the tagline appears, "Every soul has a track to follow." The orchestra swells one last time before silence takes over.